Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is FixerMed. Welcome to my ECG Skills Builder workshop, where I'll be covering all the fundamentals and knowledge you'll need to know to read and interpret an ECG properly. I hope this serves as a nice quick reference video guide for all learners out there. This will be part one of my multi-part video series of doing so. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on today's content. So to open up the series, I'd like to give a brief rundown of the cardiac conduction system. So first off, we have the sinoatrial node, also known as the SA node. This is positioned in the right atrium, serving as the heart's primary pacemaker. It initiates heartbeats at a rate of 60 to 100 beats per minute. Then we have internodal tracts and the Bachmann's bundle. Within the right atrium, impulses traverse 3 internodal tracts. In the left atrium, impulses propagate through Bachmann's bundle. Moving on. Next, we have the ventricular atrioventricular node, also known as the AV node. This is located in the right atrium. While lacking pacemaker cells itself, the surrounding junction of the AV node possesses them. The AV node facilitates the conduction of atrial impulses to the ventricles with a deliberate delay to allow for ventricular filling. Next, we have the bundle of His. The bundle of His branches into right and left bundle branches. The left bundle branch further divides into 2 fascicles. Impulses propagate more rapidly down the left bundle branch. And the bundle of His functions as a pacemaker site with a firing rate of 40 to 60 beats per minute. Moving on. Next, we have the Purkinje fibers. These transmit impulses faster than any other component of the conduction system. But when it comes to forming the action potential, which is the beats per minute, they're not the fastest. Those are typically the SA and AV node, and the Purkinje fibers are only typically activated in cases where the SA or AV node fail, or when the normal impulse is obstructed in both bundle branches. So these Purkinje fibers operate at a firing rate of 15 to 40 beats per minute. Next, we have the accessory pathways of the cardiac conduction system, which are involved in certain arrhythmias, such as the bundle of Kent. We'll be going into greater detail with these when we're actually interpreting the graphs. Today is mainly just a knowledge build-up day. So now that you have a basic overview of the cardiac conduction system, let's go ahead and test your knowledge with a few recall-based questions. What is the firing rate of Purkinje fibers? Alright, I think I gave you guys enough time here. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, moving on now. So Purkinje fibers, which transmit impulses faster than any other component of the conduction system, they operate at a firing rate of 15 to 40 beats per minute. So they're fast, but they're not fast at generating the action potentials here. This slower rate compared to the SA node reflects their role as a backup pacemaker system, typically activated in cases of SA or AV node failure, or when the normal impulse is obstructed in both bundle branches. Therefore, the correct answer here is actually B, 15 to 40 beats per minute. Let's go ahead and see why the other answer choices are incorrect. Incorrect choices can be explained as follows. 60 to 100 beats per minute. This range corresponds to the firing rate of the SA node, not the Purkinje fibers. 100 to 120 beats per minute. This range is too high for Purkinje fibers, which have a much slower firing rate for action potential. 10 to 20 beats per minute. This range is too low for Purkinje fibers, which operate at a higher rate. Then we have 80 to 120 beats per minute. This range is too high for Purkinje fibers, and they have a slower firing rate compared to the SA node. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Where are the impulses propagated through in the left atrium? Alright, I think I gave you guys enough time here. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, moving on now. In the left atrium, impulses propagate through Bachmann's bundle, Also known as the interatrial bundle or the left internodal tract, this specialized pathway facilitates the conduction of impulses from the sinoatrial node to the left atrium, aiding in the coordinated contraction of the atria. Therefore, the correct answer here is A, internodal tracts. Let's go ahead and see why the other answer choices are incorrect. Sinoatrial node, SA node. The SA node is positioned in the right atrium and serves as the heart's primary pacemaker. It is not involved in propagating impulses through the left atrium. Bundle of His. The bundle of His is located in the interventricular septum and branches into right and left bundle branches. It plays a role in the conduction of impulses from the atria to the ventricles, but is not involved in the left atrium. Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers are specialized cardiac fibers that transmit impulses faster than any other component of the conduction system. They are primarily located in the ventricles and are not involved in propagating impulses through the left atrium. Let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Which component of the cardiac conduction system facilitates the conduction of atrial impulses to the ventricles with a deliberate delay to allow for ventricular filling? Alright, I think I gave you guys enough time there. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, moving on now. The bundle of His is responsible for facilitating the conduction of atrial impulses to the ventricles with a deliberate delay to allow for ventricular filling. It branches into right and left bundle branches, further ensuring the coordinated contraction of the ventricles. Therefore, the correct answer is C, bundle of His. Let's go ahead and see why the other answer choices are incorrect. Sinoatrial node, SA node. The SA node initiates heartbeats and sets the rhythm of the heart, but does not facilitate the conduction of impulses from the atria to the ventricles. Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers transmit impulses faster than any other component of the conduction system and are primarily located in the ventricles. They are not directly involved in facilitating the conduction of impulses from the atria to the ventricles. Internodal tracts and Bachmann's bundle. These structures assist in the conduction of impulses within the atria but are not specifically responsible for facilitating the conduction of atrial impulses to the ventricles with a deliberate delay. That will do it all for today's video, guys. This was a nice introduction to the cardiac conduction system. Don't worry, we'll slowly build up to reading the ECG. So I'll be doing that in later parts. I'll try to have a video up every day to ensure that this series is done in a timely manner, because I know a lot of folks need to know how to interpret the ECG, and it can be very complicated at times and is not taught properly in schools by many teachers/professors. So I'll be there for you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. If you like this video and want more videos like this, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you can be alerted to when more parts of this video series comes out. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. This is FixerMed signing off. Be sure to have a great day, good luck studying, and goodbye, everyone.